Mental habit number 1. Stay curious like a child. Let's kick things off with something that feels like pure magic. Staying curious. You know how kids are always asking why? Or, how does that work? That sense of wonder doesn't have to fade as we age. In fact, keeping your curiosity alive is one of the best ways to keep your brain young. Think about it, when you're curious, you're learning. And learning creates new connections in your brain, like building little bridges between neurons. Scientists call this neuroplasticity, but you don't need to get caught up in the fancy terms. What matters is this: your brain loves to explore new things no matter your age. So, how do you stay curious? It's simpler than you might think. Try picking up a new hobby, maybe gardening, painting, or even learning a few phrases in a new language. I started taking an online photography class last year, and let me tell you, I felt like a kid again, snapping pictures of flowers and sunsets, seeing the world in a whole new way. You could also read about a topic you've always been curious about, like history, astronomy, or even how to bake the perfect sourdough loaf. Here's a little story to inspire you. My friend Susan, who's 68, decided to learn how to play the ukulele a couple of years ago. She'd never played an instrument before, and at first she was nervous she'd be too old to pick it up. But she stuck with it, watching YouTube tutorials and strumming away. Now she plays at her community center, and her brain is buzzing with new skills, new music, and new friends. That's the power of curiosity. So my challenge to you is this week, try something new. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe watch a documentary about a topic you know nothing about, or ask a friend to teach you a skill they love. Keep that spark of wonder alive, and your brain will thank you. Mental habit number 2. Practice gratitude every day. Now let's talk about something that's like a warm hug for your brain. Gratitude. I know it sounds simple, maybe even a little cliche. But hear me out, practicing gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It's a powerful mental habit that can rewire your brain for positivity and resilience. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you're training your brain to notice the good stuff even on tough days. Studies show that gratitude can reduce stress, improve sleep, and even boost cognitive function. And who doesn't want a little more of that in their life? Here's how I like to do it. Every morning while I'm sipping my tea, I jot down 3 things I'm grateful for. Sometimes it's big things like my family's health or a beautiful sunny day. Other times it's small, like the smell of fresh coffee or a kind word from a neighbor. It takes just a minute, but it sets the tone for my whole day. If writing isn't your thing, you can practice gratitude in other ways. Maybe share a thank you with someone who's made your day better, or take a quiet moment to reflect on what's good in your life. I have a friend, Tom, who's 70, and he starts every dinner with his wife by saying one thing they're thankful for. He says it's made them closer and keeps his mind focused on the positive. Why does this work? Because gratitude shifts your perspective. Instead of dwelling on what's hard, and let's be honest, aging can bring its challenges, you're reminding your brain to see the beauty in life. That's a habit that keeps your mind flexible and young. So let's make a pact. Try practicing gratitude every day for a week. Write it down, say it out loud, or share it with someone you love. You'll be amazed at how it lifts your spirits and keeps your brain humming with positivity. Mental habit number 3. Keep your body moving. Okay, I know this one might sound like it's more about your body than your brain, but trust me, keeping your body moving is one of the best things you can do for your mind. Exercise isn't just about staying fit, it's like a superfood for your brain. When you move your body, you're boosting blood flow to your brain, which helps deliver oxygen and nutrients that keep it healthy. Exercise also releases chemicals like endorphins and serotonin that make you feel good and reduce stress. Plus, it can even help grow new brain cells. Yes, even after 65. Now, I'm not saying you need to run a marathon or hit the gym like a bodybuilder. It's about finding movement that you enjoy. For me, it's walking in the park near my house. I put on a podcast or some music and I just let the world melt away for 30 minutes. It's my time to clear my head and feel alive. If walking's not your thing, try something else. Maybe it's dancing. Put on some old Motown or swing music and have a little dance party in your living room. Or try yoga or Tai Chi, which are gentle on the joints and great for your mind. My neighbor Linda, who's 67, swears by her weekly water aerobics class. She says it's not just the exercise but the laughter and camaraderie that keep her brain feeling young. Here's a tip. Aim for about 20 to 30 minutes of movement most days of the week. It doesn't have to be intense, just enough to get your heart pumping a little. And if you're dealing with mobility issues or health concerns, talk to your doctor about what's safe for you. Even chair exercises or stretching can make a big difference. So let's get moving. Find an activity you love, maybe invite a friend to join you, and watch how it not only strengthens your body but keeps your brain sharp and youthful. Mental habit number 4. Connect with others. Let's talk about something that's at the heart of a happy, healthy life: connection. As we age, it's easy to let social ties slip. Maybe friends move away or we're not as active in our communities as we used to be. But staying connected with others is like oxygen for your brain. Social interaction stimulates your mind in ways nothing else can. When you're chatting with a friend, sharing a laugh, or even debating a topic, your brain is working hard, processing, remembering, and problem-solving. Studies show that people who stay socially active have a lower risk of cognitive decline and even live longer. So, how do you make this a habit? Start small. Call a friend you haven't talked to in a while, or invite a neighbor over for tea. Join a club or group that interests you, maybe a book club, a gardening group, or a volunteer organization. I joined a local history club a few years ago, and I've not only learned so much but made friends who make every meeting feel like a warm gathering. Here's a story that always warms my heart. My friend Margaret, who's 72, felt lonely after her husband passed away. She decided to volunteer at her local library, helping with their reading programs. Now she's surrounded by kids, books, and new friends, and she says her mind feels sharper than ever. She's proof that connection doesn't just lift your spirits, it keeps your brain young. If you're shy or not sure where to start, try online communities too. There are forums and groups for every interest, from knitting to classic movies. The key is to find ways to engage with others regularly, even if it's just a quick chat. So, make it a goal to connect with someone every day. It could be a phone call, a coffee date, or even a smile and a kind word to someone at the store. Those moments of connection are like little sparks that keep your brain bright and youthful. Mental habit number 5. Challenge your mind. Now, let's talk about giving your brain a good workout. Just like your muscles need exercise to stay strong, your brain needs challenges to stay sharp. This mental habit is all about keeping your mind engaged with activities that make you think, problem solve, and grow. Puzzles and games are a great place to start. Crossword puzzles, Sudoku, or even jigsaw puzzles can be a fun way to flex your mental muscles. I love doing a crossword with my morning coffee. It's like a little wake-up call for my brain. But it's not just about puzzles. Learning anything new, like a language, a musical instrument, or even how to use a new app on your phone, can challenge your brain in the best way. Here's an idea. Try brain training apps or games designed to boost memory and focus. There are tons of free ones out there, and they're like a gym for your mind. Or if you prefer something more hands-on, take up a craft like knitting or woodworking, which requires focus and creativity. Let me share a quick story. My Uncle Joe, who's 69, decided to learn how to play chess last year. He'd always wanted to try it but thought it might be too complicated. He started with an app that taught him the basics, and now he plays with his grandkids every weekend. He says it's not just fun, it's made him quicker at solving problems in everyday life too. The key is to step just outside your comfort zone. You don't have to be a genius or get it perfect. It's about the effort, the learning, the growth. So, pick one mental challenge this week. Maybe a puzzle, a new skill, or even a trivia night with friends. Your brain will light up with excitement. Mental habit number 6. Rest and recharge. Last but definitely not least, let's talk about rest. In our busy lives, it's easy to think that pushing through or burning the candle at both ends is the way to go. But your brain? It needs rest to stay young and healthy. Sleep is like a reset button for your mind. When you sleep, your brain processes what you've learned, clears out toxins, and strengthens memories. Skimping on sleep can make you feel foggy, forgetful, and stressed. Not exactly the recipe for a youthful brain. Adults over 65 should aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, but it's not just about quantity, it's about quality. Here's what works for me. I try to stick to a regular sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time most days. I also avoid screens an hour before bed. Those blue lights can mess with your sleep hormones. Instead, I read a book or listen to calming music. A warm bath or some gentle stretches can help too. But rest isn't just about sleep. It's also about giving your brain a break during the day. Meditation, deep breathing, or even just sitting quietly for a few minutes can recharge your mental batteries. I started meditating for just 5 minutes a day, and it's like a mini vacation for my mind. Let me tell you about my friend Clara, who's 66. She used to struggle with sleep, tossing and turning all night. She started a bedtime routine, herbal tea, a good book, and a quick gratitude list, and now she sleeps like a baby. She says her memory and focus have improved, and she feels more energized for her grandkids. So make rest a priority. Create a cozy bedtime routine, carve out moments of calm during the day, and listen to your body when it needs a break. A well-rested brain is a young, vibrant brain. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and hit that subscribe button so we can keep sharing this journey of healthy, joyful aging. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these habits you're excited to try, or share a tip that keeps your brain young. I read every single one and I love hearing from you. Until next time, keep shining, keep learning, and keep living with all the wisdom and joy you've earned. See you soon, my friends. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss the next one. Stay well, stay inspired, and see you next time.